Honorable admiration, all my good brothers and sisters of the feather. I had to. I'm still charging up my battery, y'all. Give me a moment. I really wanted to come in off at the end of that amazing build that DJ Cut and Supreme Chief Holiday did on Baby Boule, man. Give it up for our good brothers, Supreme Chief Holiday and DJ Cut, for taking time to provide some insight and information into the things going on in the world and community that affects us here in the best continent, the best place on earth, none other than America. That's right. Um, there's some things that do not need to be said, or so on and so forth. So instead of me saying that, I'm going to just start sharing some information and knowledge, right? I want people to bear with me, and I planned on doing this last month, to start playing my old stuff from 2009, 2010, and slowly work my way up. So that's tens of thousands of hours of information and dialogue, interviews. My first interview was with Alim Bey after the Alim and Seti debate. We were the first people to interview Alim Bey, me and Hainouk, who is a Mongala, who came from the land called Ugwe Oganda. And we respectfully interviewed Alim Bey. We both did not agree with the Moorish paradigm, and it was a pretty good interview. I learned a lot from my brother Alim Bey. Um, you know, and he's moved on. He pretty much blew up from that point, and so on. And that was a real learning experience for me. After that interview, I interviewed Hagos Alemeyahu, a another Mongola who is a part of Lotus Society that was changed to Lotus Civilization. Notice I'm not saying the black in front. Okay, Hagos Alemeyahu has published 2 books. Hagos Alemeyahu was the first person to tell me, don't call yourself Black Lotus. Don't call yourself black. Don't call yourself civilization. I was like, damn, bro, like you just took away my whole damn. You just left me with Lotus. And I accepted that. But because I already generated a following using the name black and using the name civilization, I continued. I really didn't want to, but I decided to continue. So, in this path of information and learning, and going through all the ups and downs, it was a very good time. You know what I'm saying? Alim Bey, Hagos Element Yahoo. Then we brought on Moshongo, and it was good. I literally enjoyed interviewing people, and at that time, I revealed very little. I didn't want to talk. I just wanted to interview people and learn. I wanted to soak up the information, you know. And when I soaked up the information, I was always given credit. Oh, it was Hagos Alamayahu who told me that the British created the name Africa and put it on the maps. They possessed the original names, and they added the name Africa in the 1820s. And when Hagos Alamayahu said that, we respectfully challenged what Hagos Alamayahu said. A Cameroon Basa, or known as Baka, Omoshongo, openly challenged what he said and gave his position and what he stand and what he was, standing on. And Hagos Alamiyahu was the first person I ever heard say, "Where did you get that from, brother? What is the source, brother?" He was the first person I ever heard say that. Now, I don't agree with everything that Hagos or Omo said, but we all respectfully communicated with each other and expressed our positions on where we stand. So I'm just kind of giving a slow introduction into, my path and journey. So while I'm dealing with people on the continent and they know what I look like, I never encountered people saying, "Oh, you too light skinned. Oh, you white. Oh, you're this, that, and the third." And when I asked them about that, they told me there was a man who went by the name of Steve Biko who was down there in South Africa. He and his wife were the ones who created the light skinned versus brown skinned versus dark skinned thing in South Africa. And there were many small wars and killings that happened. The same group that were operating with Steve Biko and his wife moved up to Rwanda. In Rwanda, they did the very same thing. And in fact, there's a sister whose name I won't even mention who joined Black Lotus Society from Rwanda, who was a Tutsi, who told me her story, who went on my channel and gave her account of the tragedies that happened. Clearly, anybody talking about some light skinned, some, "Oh, you a red bone, oh, you this, that, and the third," is operating under a operation that is formulated by none other than the people who we are dealing with today, who are trying to destroy Kyrie Irving and Ye. These same people are the ones that operate this letter organization today and from the very beginning. Okay. So when I learn these things and I'm seeing this stuff, it is shocking. It is shocking me. So when I turn to other people who were here in America, while I'm finding this information from Africa, that there is a group of people who are melanated, who are operating with these three-letter organizations to make sure that those who are light-skinned are the upper echelon, the pinnacle of sellout, and that those who are brown or what we call fully melanated, that they would have to go through them in order to achieve some type of greatness. And you see it today. You see it with Drake today. They put Drake up on this pedestal as if he's God sent for rap music. You would think that Drake is the best. He is it, as in the number one rapper of the world. And when you look up the records and all this stuff, it'll say like he's next to Michael Jackson. They literally try and put Drake in a position to be the head of rap music. And you can say that he really is a rap gatekeeper. You diss Drake, you're gonna look like Meek Mill. You're gonna look like um man, what's that group? I can't remember the group name. They had the song called Grinding. Somebody help me out in the chat, man. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Let me see. Who in the chat? Grinding. What's his name? Ah, damn, man. I'm so bad with rappers that I don't care about. I never really felt that song I never really felt songs that promoted drugs, because when I reached a certain age, I looked at songs that promoted drugs that they're not talking about going into Jewish communities with these drugs. They're not talking about going into Ivy League schools full of pale faces, drugs for them. They're talking about bringing drugs into a community and breaking up homes and causing the worst epidemic known in America. And you can see it in the movie or TV show series that is called Snow. So I can't remember his name, y'all. Anybody there? Whatever. He's a part of Good Music, and he's actually a part of the group that Ye started, and they are not supporting Ye. But they got all the support when they pushed their drug, pill popping, I'ma fuck your bitch, I'ma kill a nigga. They get all the accolades of rapper, but they won't support Ye as he stands up against the people who supported them to promote the things that caused the very harm in our community that we're dealing with today and still losing lives. That's why I say rap lives matter now. Rapper lives matter, because whatever things they got going on, it don't look right. Excuse me, it does not look right the way it's happening, but it's happening. So, as I am pushing through and I find out that, hey, there's a whole group of people in America that want to make sure that they are operating under the scholastic point of view that was created by the Jews. Yeah, I'm going to just say that was created by the Jews. The Jews run the bank. That's the Rothschild. The Jews run the oil. That's the Rockefellers. The Jews run the medicine. That's the Rockefellers. The Jews run the institutions of learning, as in the Royal Society. That's the Rockefellers. When you see people like Elon Musk, and you think, wow, Elon Musk has all this money, man, he's on top of the world, nobody could say anything to him. Do not forget. There it is. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, the Eclipse, Neptune. Yeah, the Clips, the rap group called the Clips. I can't remember the what the rapper's name. So when it comes to the institutions and in its institutions of medicine, like the Kickapoo Indians, the Sagwa, those are the rattlesnake oil salesmen, and the all right, man. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and start this phone up. Because this phone is about to die. So hopefully I'm not scratching up. Y'all can hear me clearly before I hop on this other device and share this information. Well, anyway. So when I discovered that basically it's a group of people that want to make sure that you follow whatever is in the institutions of learning, as in the Ivy League schools to the regular colleges and the junior colleges, that if you do not follow that, they're going to deem you pseudo. That if you do not repeat whatever people find on Google, that they're going to bring out some information and prove you wrong, that you have to be a part of this group. Now, I at the time promoted science as the most important thing that everyone should focus on. When I got the note, the message, so on and so forth, that this is the way we're going to move, we're not accepting any spirituality talk, We don't want to hear nothing about no African gods and all, or Indian gods, or Native American gods, or European gods, or Native American spirituality, or any. And I'm saying these specific names because that's what was used. That is what was used at the time. Okay. That if you promote anything other than science, physics, chemistry, biology, geology, if you push anything other than science, then we're going to deem you pseudo. If you talk about anything and you're not using what somebody wrote a scholastic report about, we're going to deem you pseudo. So when that happened, I said, I'm done. I'm done with this. I mean, how do we go about this? You know, what are we going to do when we're putting out this information where we have people who want to hear this? We're not getting paid for this. In fact, we're paying to share this information. And now we have people who are going to make sure that no one else comes and follows us, because if you're spiritual, you're pseudo. If you're talking about voodoo or any stuff, that you're pseudo, and they're going to make sure no one will listen to you, that drove me to not want to be a part of anything. So in 2011, I said, F this, I'm out. I literally left the community. Leaving the community was the best thing I ever did. In 2012, I was contacted by Omoshongo, and Omoshongo shared some information with me like, hey, you know, his brother just moved to Egypt, and he started finding out that there were things that I was saying that were true. And I said, well, that's because I was getting that information from Egypt. I don't believe most of the information that I was getting at that time is true, but I did get some very interesting information. Very interesting information. I cannot release that at this time because people like to take people's information, go on platforms that are real popular in the Aboriginal community, and not acknowledge the fact that they got the information from moi. So that's a thing that I guess people are doing these days. I don't know. I call it mangina. I call it fag. I call it punk. And yep, I dropped the F-bomb. Deepest apologies. Hopefully nothing happens for that. But I call them those words, you know, and that's just how I feel. So the views and opinions that you are about to hear do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of other persons on this channel. With that being said, I want to start by saying that I went back into the community and the person said, man, if you knew that, what else do you know? And I said, you know, I really don't like sharing what I know. I just wanted to interview people. So then I said, if I start sharing this stuff, it's going to be it will be a major backlash. So I started sharing the information. When I started sharing the information, people came from all directions. People wanted to know who I was. Brother Reggie made a video, called my name out, talking about, we're going to see if you can read the Merowe script. Yep, the Meroitic script. The script supposedly from Sudan. And he literally went on Sonetter's channel with his major debut and mentioned my name. Nobody else's name. My name. Like I said, I have 2 eyes, no using y'all. So, calls me out, reaches out to me, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, you called me out, man. what's up? You want to debate? What's going on here? What's this about? And me and Brother Reggie had a very good dialogue, and we built, you know what I'm saying, a very, very decent, you know what I'm saying, social media uh, type of relationship of sharing information that we disagree and agree upon. And Brother Reggie said, I definitely want to start building with y'all. And he said, well, what are you guys talking about right now? Because a lot of people are starting to mention your name. Oh, well, right now we're talking about we're investigating the Bible, we're investigating the Renaissance, we're investigating all history of the world, but we're focusing specifically on these major orders of information. So, well, what is that? Well, okay, we're looking into the sources of the Quran, the Torah, the Talmud, the Tanakh, the Bible, and other books pertaining to that. And we made sure that we did it in a respectful manner, the way that everyone can understand and scholars would appreciate. So I explained it to him. We're investigating the connection with the King's List in Egypt. All right, this phone's almost dead. Let me go ahead and get this one. The King's List in Egypt. We found some discrepancies in the information. Really? All right, so some discrepancies in the information. He's like, so which information? Oh, well, we found discrepancies in Bel Rey Usuno, also called Berosus. We found discrepancies in Origenes. We found discrepancies in St. Jerome. We found discrepancies in Moses Coronazzi. I want to make sure y'all see me. I'm not reading anything. I need nothing. I know this by heart. So he was like, well, okay, cool. You guys are breaking it down, huh? Man, that's what's going on. So you guys are going to show, how the King's List came about and how it was created. Well, the real King's List is from the Mai Hepri. And I explained to him that no, brother, this is what we're doing. We're looking for empirical data. We're trying to find the foliage. We want to get complete understanding and context on the actual source of information. And he didn't know how to approach it. He didn't know exactly what was going on. So I said, brother, you might want to check out the few videos that we have done already. So, Brother Reggie, being respectful, let people know that there's a group of brothers who are really digging into this information, like really devoting hours upon hours of digging into this information and really investigating it, really making phone calls to contact people who are putting information online. And that was cool. That was fun. It felt good because we felt like that we were freeing the mind of the people. We are going to free the mind of our people from this trap, this religious trap, and we're going to show them that this information is wrong. This information was created by them, and the people who created it are the people who we call Jew. We're going to show and prove that they do not have any empirical data for any of this information that they're talking about. And Reggie was like, oh, okay, so We interview Reggie. And then Reggie hears what we're talking about. He decides to come on again. Says he can't get enough. Comes on again. Brother Reggie offers me and Omoshongo to debate the Kemetic side and the Hebrew side about this information with the House of Consciousness. Hey, he wanted to extend a hand to bring us in and have us debate both sides. Okay? Reggie didn't say, I'm going to take your information and go on Sanetta's channel and act as if I made this information. I discovered this information. I took the time, the hours of research and put this information together. No, he didn't. That's what a real man does. And by being an honorable man, a real man, I decided to share. I'm the one that gave Sanetta the autofellatio papyrus. I am the one who gave Brother Reggie the information about Contra Appian. Many might not know what I'm talking about, and this is really not connected to the Aboriginal community. But the reason why I'm expressing this is that I am not tolerating or allowing anybody to usurp my information anymore. If you have something against me, go find your own information to talk about. If you don't like me, I don't give a damn. I don't like men. I don't swing that way. So I don't give a damn if you're trying to put my hand in your... No, you're not putting your hand in my back pocket, buddy. So I don't know what kind of effeminate male shit that's going on, where people just take somebody's information and then go big up each other and then leave out the person who really put the information up. I don't know what kind of men take phrases somebody else coined, like it's scalping season. By the way, I'm the one that coined that phrase on Sanetta's channel and was saying it before that. I don't know what kind of men take somebody's phrase, but then when the person goes on their channel and reveals that they have an ancestor connected to something, says, oh, that's his research. Oh, that's his information. I don't know what kind of men move like this. But apparently, I now have met men who move like that. And it first started with Brother Polite. I was told, oh, we need that information. Can you put the information together in a list form and provide it for us without paying me any money? No, I'm not going to do that. Oh, well, Polite's going to take your information. How about I send Polite all the information we have gathered and he read it himself and understand it himself? Nah, that's too much information. I can't do all that. I don't have time to do all that. You don't have time to put together the information you're going to debate, but you want me to put it together for free? Omoshongo was very offended by that. Me? I wasn't tripping. Until I was told, well, a person is just going to take your information anyway. Wait a minute. You're just going to take my information anyway? You can go read it for yourself? You can go find the information for yourself. You don't need me for that. But you want to literally take my words, what I say about the information? No. It's not going to fly. It's not going to fly. Sorry. So, this introduction will be done soon, y'all. I know y'all want the meat and potato about the information. So, me and Polite fall out, and an exchange of threats happen. I receive phone calls about people saying they're going to blow my head off and People are threatening to find ways to look up my name and put me in jail. Somebody hacked my Google account, started contacting the other members of Black Lotus Society, the Lotus Society, and contacted them, sending negative messages, causing conflict within what I created, causing a major fallout between me and Omoshongo. While I'm sitting there talking to James Smalls, I get a message and a threat from Michael Edwards, the very person who's involved in my account getting hacked. So I'm sitting there talking to James Smalls, and I have to run out of the building that he's lecturing, well, out of the room where he's lecturing, so I can talk to Michael Edwards, who's responsible for hacking my account and contacting the people and doing what he did. Okay. From that point, I say, oh, it's on. Fuck everybody. I'm going after any and everybody. Anybody says some anything about me, I'm on your head. I don't care, I'm on your head. Since that's what people doing now, that's how people want to operate, I'm on y'all head now. Y'all can ask Reggie. Ask Reggie about it. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, in the community on social media of me taking my time out of my life, working 2 jobs, working for social vocational services as a job coach, working for Bright Light Home Care, that I took time out to learn 28 languages, to learn, I don't know, about 10 scripts, communicating with these people on these specific areas about this script, about these languages, about their history, about their culture. All the time that I took to gather all this stuff came crashing down because people want to usurp someone's information, then want to act like they don't exist while making money off their information. Polite made over $1 million on Kemet on trial. Over $1 million on Kemet on trial, y'all. Before he did that, we interviewed Walter Williams. Phenomenal interview. All right, enough is enough, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this other device on. You know what I'm saying? I got love for the Hebrew Israelites. I got love for people in the Kemetic community. I don't agree with whatever they doing. I don't care whatever personal stuff they got going on. They all know who I am. So if somebody is taking my information, if you hear anybody talking about Egypt being fake, that's my information. Nobody knows about Egypt being fake and all the details to it like I do. They don't know it. They only get it from pale faces on YouTube or other online sites. I got it from people from Egypt. I did not get it from a computer. When it comes to people talking about flat earth, I talked about flat earth in 2014. I talked about flat earth before that. The person who was contacted and insulted and disrespected and caused the fallout between me and Omoshongo, she ran Credo Mutwa's village in South Africa. You can go watch Credo Mutwa's interview where he said there are people in Sanusi Sangoma who believe that the world is flat and the ones that believe the world is a circle or a globe. And if you communicate with them over there, they'll let you know the people who believe we live on the globe are going along with the paleface. The ones who say the world is flat are the ones who are staying traditional. No big deal. Nothing important. Has nothing to do with the Aboriginal community. But the interview was awesome. I love that interview. I love that interview with Walter Williams. Walter Williams said, Mayat Hotep. I said, wait a minute. Hold up. Something ain't right. You said Meta Netta has not been deciphered, but then you say Mayat Hotep. Nobody challenged Walter Williams before me on that subject other than saying it has been translated by the palefaces. Nobody called him out on that. Nobody made him explain why he still uses that. His response to why he says Mayat Hotep is from me. No one else. When young Pharaoh and Sarasu Seti challenged the Amun-Ra squad to the hieroglyphs not being deciphered, disrespecting Ashra Kwesi and doing whatever, he and young Pharaoh received that information from me. When we brought Seti to the Alke Bulan Cultural Center in Pasadena, California, on Raymond Street in Washington, in the hood, cross street from the projects. Shout out to the project gangster homies and the homies from Summit Street, the tip top homies and the low end homies, all my homies. Seti was afraid to walk to the store and go purchase a soda. Big bad Seti. I wish I had cut to go. That's right. With Seti right now. Yeah, big bad Seti. And Seti had people with his hand in his pocket. Yeah, people that want to be in pictures with him and do all kind of stuff. I don't want to be in a picture with you, bro. You don't got titties in a cuda. The fuck I want to be in a picture with you for? Young Pharaoh talked about, oh, there were only so many letters that were actually deciphered. They only deciphered 28 symbols in the hieroglyphs. He never mentioned the name of the person who supposedly did that. Because if he mentioned that name, and then people go on YouTube and type that name up, guess who channel pops up? My channel. So he didn't mention that. Young Pharaoh, shame on you for that shit. Then Seti comes out and says, the people who translated the hieroglyphs, the meta netta is Yiddish. Red flag. Go ask Bobby Banger. Hey, Bobby Banger, who said the meta netta is Yiddish? Oh, that's Lotus. Hey, Bobby Banger, who was the person that said in 2014 that y'all not from Africa? Y'all some French Valley Americans. That's Lotus. Who was the one who told the Hebrew Israelites, hey, how can y'all debate about the Kimidon trial stuff? How can y'all debate about this stuff when y'all can't even speak the meta netta, let alone prove that you got the meta netta from a people who are actually from that area? Who? That's me. Like I said, people got a problem with me being the one who did these things. Then why the hell did anybody else do it besides me? Like I said, I got two eyes, no yous in y'all's. I got two eyes, no yous in y'all. So when I open my mouth, you know what I'm saying? Put some respect in my name. That's all I ask, man. Anytime somebody takes my information and they try and present it like it's theirs and they make errors, I'm really on your ass. You make errors and you don't even acknowledge you got it from me? So basically, you know what I'm saying? Basically, said he did that. I'm the one that introduced Rita Elowa, who published 3 books. One of her books is History of the Unknown. The Dead Don't Speak is her favorite quote. Why? Because when it comes to symbols on the wall, if you are not the person that put it there, You can't speak for it because you ain't them. And that goes for every mural in America, every language in America that is attached to some symbols. I have been heavy into crypto analytics, cryptography for decades. Where's my water? Okay. All right, I'm almost there. Let me get this going real quick. Okay, so after that, after the SETI debacle, I link up with Sanadu Mawusi from the Ethiopian World Federation. I'm contacted by the president of the Ethiopian World Federation. Damn, where am I? Okay, there we go. We bring, we bring the vice president of the Ethiopian World Federation to the Al-Bulan Cultural Center to talk. He went to school with Barack Obama, so on and so forth. Don't really care, but that's, the situation that was going on at the time. Oh boy. All right, y'all. All right. Once I load, once I load this other phone up, that's when I'll really start sharing the information. All right, so coming into this community, it all started. There's plenty of people who came out before, said, "Yeah, I'm a Native American. Yeah, we Indians. African Americans ain't African." But when it comes to the Aboriginal movement, when it comes to the stuff that was like literally put together and created a following, we had everyone coming together. Notice I said we, that was on Lex Vortex's channel. On Lex Vortex's channel, which he took down, I released a great deal of information. On Lex Vortex's channel, I released the 3D printing information, the 4D printing information, that you can 3D print a home in 28 hours. That they are 3D printing cells and organs and body parts. I was always into the future, what we really should do, what is the real objective on what we should do in the future. That's me. That's I love talking about that stuff, but I really want to do it. Talk is talk. I want to do. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna hop on this other device. Show some images before I get in. Appreciate y'all taking your time on this light. Yep. Y'all see it. 2 a.m. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up. It's 2 a.m. Well, 12 o'clock over here, so it's actually 3 a.m. Yay. All right, y'all, hold on. Mic check, mic check. All right. Oh, got it. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. All right. Hopefully it's not echoing. I'll just eventually just cut it off. I want to make sure. So okay. Let me show this. Okay. Slide this on. Yeah, can I get the remote? I'm gonna turn that TV off too. All right, let me get my slides on the big screen. Damn, my Wi-Fi acting up. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna go over this information again. But I just wanted to make sure I put the information out now, so everyone will know who is the provider of the information. That's why I made sure I put my own little personal water stamp on it. All right, come on, I don't want that. Okay, so in the book where the information that was presented to the Aboriginal community about the Coleman Manufacturing Company comes from the same book that I have shared with everyone. So everyone understands the information about the Coleman Manufacturing Company came from Supreme Chief Holliday's channel. And by the way, this is also on my channel, a Matthew Douglas Craig Discovery. It's on my other channels too, but I'm not releasing too much about those channels just yet. Next year, it's on and cracking. So 30 years ago, Negroes of this country owned nothing, not even themselves. They now own property aggregating in the neighborhood of $940 million. That is from Colored America, Colored American, and the date was April 21st, 1900. This same book that gives you the number, which you can calculate to today's amount. That way, you know what is owed to you from the specific areas involved in this book. Again, I show you the picture of the book. A Small Nation of People, W.E.B. Du Bois, and African American Portraits of Progress. The Library of Congress with essays by David Leverin Lewis and Deborah Willis. As mentioned, someone has a relative that has the same name. Keith, let me go ahead and show that. Man, I wonder if that's the same one. Do you know how amazing that would be? All right. Okay. The only place on YouTube that has released this cover of this book is on Supreme Chief Holiday's channel and a Matthew Douglas Craig discovery. But hold on, before it was released on those channels, it was on my channel, Lotus Television. I changed my name from Lotus Television to the Lotus Virus. Okay. Make sure the bottom will be seen. Y'all support the real, y'all. Support the real content provider. Mic check. All right, this is just ridiculous. What's going on here, man? Oh, okay, hold on, y'all. It's crazy. Here with me, y'all. Mic check. All right, that was weird. I never experienced that before. That's a new experience. Hopefully. Oh, shit. Are you serious? Mic check. Okay, you can hear me? I'm getting feedback on my side. Man, I might have to restart my device. And there's no echo. They literally bumped me out and added a whole nother one of my StreamYard accounts. Very strange. But okay. Okay. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? Some people might just be waking up. So the information about the Coleman Manufacturing Company is located in a book called A Small Nation of People. W.E.B. Du Bois and African American Portraits of Progress, the Library of Congress, with essays by David Levering Lewis and Deborah Willis. An imprint of Harper Collins Publishers. And you see the name, Amistad. What an insult. So, okay, let me turn this one on. Okay, all right. No, I didn't plan on doing this until some time because I wanted to make sure that I had a laptop, I had everything all set up, and what I'm saying, it's when you run a business with some people and stuff happens and finances have to be all poured in and focused on something in order to maintain business. You can't do things as you want to. So, what I'm saying, some people might be jealous and upset that they don't have that opportunity in their life to, live like that, where hard things happen with your business and you can't pay for all the little things that cost like $2,000, without a problem. You know, if you run a business and, you got that type of situation, you know what I'm talking about. Tenants don't want to pay their rent. You got to evict them and go through all that stuff while paying for everything. Yeah, not fun. So here in this book is where you will find this page. Ooh, that was disgusting. Excuse me. Okay, that is Warren C. Coleman of Coleman Manufacturing Company in Concord, North Carolina. And his descendants, they're still there. I know the whole location. I have their phone numbers. I could have you call them and contact them and get their permission to go in further on the information. They'll give you the address for you to travel there and all that. But Aboriginal brothers and sisters of the feather, I took time in my research in all of my life giving information for everyone so they can use this information to help themselves right now and in the future. Again, Tariq Nasheed has not showed anybody this. Not that. Well, you definitely don't know a damn thing about that. Tariq Nasheed has not given the community that he has called FBA this information that I am showing you right here. Tariq Nasheed has never mentioned numbers of Negroes in business 20,020. Okay? No Tariq Nasheed. No. No Umar Johnson has shared the information that you're seeing right here. Guess what? No one else in the Aboriginal community has given anyone the information you see right here. There's only one channel. You have seen this. And there's only one voice who has uttered the name of this book, for you to get. You want to get the details on what you're owed. You want to get the details of our greatness that we had, the proof and evidence for everybody that's saying, y'all ain't shit, y'all came from slavery. Y'all didn't do nothing, y'all was some monkeys. You want to know who gave everyone this information to present? To have something that is scholastic, that you can go to the Pan-Africans and show and prove that this is what we had going on? Just me. Just me. I got two eyes, no using y'all's. Two eyes, no using y'all. Only on this channel, yo. This is the only channel you'll get it. Umar Johnson didn't give you that. Tariq Nasheed didn't give you that. The people are playing on their channels, they didn't give you this information. You only get it here. I need to fix my name too. That Ching Kwa Ping. By the way, when you see that name, Ching Kwa Ping, I left the N out. They say that's an Algonquin word. Yeah, that's one of the words for lotus too, by the way. So, 30 years ago, I read this already. That's 1870. But guess what? Someone who gets this information and just reads this information, they can't read in between the lines. They can't tell you anything about that. You know what? They don't know anything about it because this is the only page that I have shared from that book that says the 940 million. Nobody. You see anybody talking about this, they got it from Lotus. Anybody talking about the information in this book, they got it from Lotus. I don't want to hear anybody saying it's all about I. You keep saying I, and then turn around and go on their channel. Yeah, that's what's up. You are bringing the real information. You brought this real information. Don't tell me that I can't say I, that I can't talk about my greatness and my achievements, things that I deserve credit for, and then go big up the person that's usurping me and taking my information. Don't tell me about anybody else talking about Tartar and they can't show you this. Don't tell me, don't share any of those pale faces talking about Tartarianism. I've been sharing this book since 2013. Go look at all those pale faces videos talking about Tartaria with their racist ass videos and tell me if it predates 2013. I've been sharing this book since 2013. Put some respect in my name. Don't tell me about anybody else in the community talking about the greatness of our people without mentioning Lotus showed us that we had this going on. Coleman Manufacturing Company, a Negro operated cotton mill, Concord, North Carolina, the only Negro owned cotton mill in the United States at this time. Do you know when you go on Wikipedia, it lies to you about this? Boy, y'all don't understand me. Well, remember when Bernie Mac did his thing? Y'all don't understand me, goddammit. Do you know on Wikipedia and on Google, what you go learn about the Coleman Manufacturing Company? 80% of it is a lie. I didn't get my information from online. I feel you could burn all the books, really. I just care about the pictures. You remember when you were little? You just focus about the words. See the words under the picture? You see the picture. Now tell me, does this building not look like all the information that everybody has heard about Tartarian buildings and structures? And people saying it was us, our people, who built the ancient structures. Do you know this is the only channel where you get real evidence of that? This is the only channel. My channel is the only other channel that you get the real deal, that the Aboriginals, the original people, the first American of America, first people of America, damn, I said first America of America. This is the only channel where you get it on the book. This is not a pale face video. If you want to make a joke and say, well, Lotus, you light skinned it. You're super light skinned it. I don't give a damn. I don't get offended by that. Because if you really want to, get to roasting, you will not survive with me. I'll roast your ass. But anyway, this ain't about that. If you go on Google, the information it will be 80% incorrect. The 80% incorrect information is also in this book. But when it comes to the picture and the image below it, that's it. See the number 76. Yeah, loud and clear, y'all. Coleman Manufacturing Company, a Negro operated cotton mill, Concord, North Carolina, the only Negro owned cotton mill in the United States at that time. Is that what that building was originally created for? You can't say anything about it. You can't say anything. You didn't even know it existed until I showed it. Again, look at the structure. Aboriginals built that. There's no paleface talking about this Tatarian and whoopty whoop and blah, blah, blah. There's no blabbity blab from a paleface giving you this information. This is giving you what they would call scholastic information. This is showing and proving the greatness of Aboriginal people, the first Americans. This is the real evidence. You can't play a video of some palefaces who are saying Tataria and Tataria are palefaces. You can't put that name upon the people. Tataria, people don't even know what that shit means. You don't. But guess what? In 2017, me and Tenkara talked about the Golden Horde. This is old information. We released this information years ago. I talked about this on my blog talk channel when I talked about the Gothic structures, the Gothic designs, E.C. Gahawa. I talked about that in 2012, 2013, 2014. Stop calling it Tartar. This is not Tartar. Okay? You want to deal with the old names of what America is called? I guarantee if I do a poll right now, do you know the original name of America? I guarantee you won't say the name that I say. I guarantee that. And guess what? When I release that information, my watermark will be on it. Nobody's usurping my information ever. You're not getting nobody. Do not usurp Lotus information. Go find your own information. This ain't your lane. If you have to take information from me and not give me credit, this is not your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your airway. Stay in your path. Don't come in my lane taking my stuff and then giving shout outs to everyone but me. Don't do that. Be a real man. Okay? Be a real man. I introduced this information to the brothers and sisters of the feather so they can know what we had going on before these people that you see here moved into America. Again, Has anybody else seen this information anywhere other than on this channel and on my channel? Anybody? No. No, I know. I Googled it. This is a picture I took from a book. Very interesting book. Who gave authentic scholastic information that you can go and debate on any panel against anybody saying that the Aboriginal people did not build everything in America? Because if you're going to play a pale-faced video talking about Tataria, you're going to lose that debate. You're going to look like a fool because they're not saying the Aboriginal people built this. In fact, they'll say the Native Americans did not build this. And they're going to point you to some Native American nonsense. So what does it say? They congregated. What is congregated connection to? Y'all know about the congregation church? Huh? Okay. They congregated in ethnic neighborhoods. Hold up. Wait a minute. Some ain't right. Y'all know the video that the chubby dude who says that? Says, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. What's so hard about doing that? I don't remember his name. But if somebody hears that, oh, there is a guy who's been making videos saying that, and then they can go to him, find him by typing that in. Being a man, y'all. We have to man up. If we want people to respect us and take us serious, we have to move in a real serious matter. If you're jealous or you have cognitive dissonance, find your own damn information. Don't pull up my information about the Slovak people had the greatest movement to America from 1880 to 1920. Go find your own damn information. Again, before something weird happened on my internet, this is Warren C. Coleman of Coleman Manufacturing Company, Concord, North Carolina. All right. See, people saw that, but they didn't tell you about this. Paleface over there learning what was going on. They didn't tell you about this. We had our own press. They didn't tell you about this. We had the horse and buggy cracking for, travel around the area. That's in Richmond, Virginia. That is Steam Laundry, okay? Richmond Steam Laundry. Palefaces moved into the areas that the Aboriginal people live, my ancestors, and I can show and prove that my ancestors were involved in this stuff in specific cities, and I have the newspaper clippings to show and prove it. And that ancestor is connected to variations of other things. But I'm not going to get sacrilegious with it because then I'm doing too much. Personally, yeah, that's to me, that's doing too much. But I will release that information later on. So, is there anybody in the community that showed and proved that we were the first electricians and locksmiths? That we had electric and gas supplies? That we were the gunsmiths who repaired and covered umbrellas, who had ringers. Y'all know what that is? Huh? All kinds of stoves repaired. And what does it say? 86 second, 87 opposite. Exterior and interior of the only Negro store of its kind in the United States at 2933 State Street, Chicago, Illinois. Do y'all see the bricks? There's no pale face saying tartar. Some respect in my name. I'm gonna start saying that a lot too, in case y'all. Lay Street Pharmacy. Huh? This is before all that Spanish flu stuff. They tried to come over here. Hey, we got these smallpox shop. Nah, we good. Because on Lay Street, we have a pharmacy. No. We don't need no Kickapoo Sagwa medicine. No. Sorry, Mr. Rockefeller. We don't want your rattlesnake oil poisoning. You see a wood building? Do you see what's next to the wood building? Wait for it, it's coming. Put some respect in my name. This image is blurry. I will bust the book out again. Oh, wait a minute. Let me make sure. YouTube has a new thing where you can zoom in. So let me go back real quick. You see the top designs? And I'm gonna ask some questions too. And I need to get all the images that I've taken, and I'm gonna put them together. I wanted to present this in a respectful manner, and I wanted to make sure I did it right. But somebody's trying to usurp my information and not give me any credit. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna bring out misinformation because he doesn't have this book. Now, if the person purchases this book and does it, cool. Still, it's already documented on this channel. And when a video is published on a channel, by the way, that is documentation of the person's presentation. Okay? People like talking about law. I was born for this, baby. And fitting class, agricultural and mechanical college, Greensboro, North Carolina. Put some respect in my name. I know you're tired of hearing that already. Now, I'd have to zoom out and give y'all the whole picture of this. Blacksmithing. Anyone talk about smelting? No, Aboriginals wouldn't smell none. The Iron Age came from over there. Show me the empirical data of the Iron Age coming from over there. Next topic. Oh, y'all didn't smelt copper. Y'all didn't have a Bronze Age. Well, show me the evidence of it over there. We got some Haya Africans in Kenya called the Haya tribe, and they gutted out some animal's gut, some intestines, and then put it on a tube and blew it into a damn ant hole, and we smelted minerals. They can't show you that. When I say Paleface didn't have a printing press and that they were only printing newspapers, I'm not reaching in the air. I'm not sitting on my thumb, pulling it out, coming out with the information. No. Press room of the Planet newspaper, Richmond, Virginia. Look at Rockefeller Peoples. Oh, okay, that's what's good. That's how y'all do it. Oh, okay. All right, so let me get down to it, y'all. So this is just an example that I have much more information than just the Coleman Manufacturing Company. But today we're talking about the Coleman Manufacturing Company. And when it comes to that, the group of people who were involved are these people you see here. I want you to see this. I want you to see the faces. I don't even want to go into the details of all the names and all the accolades yet. I don't want to talk about who's mixed, who's not mixed, who look funny, who don't look funny. You know, like why the one in the middle at the bottom look like that? Why the one on the bottom right? Why he built like that? You know, no, or the personal information or anything just yet. In due time, I will. I will go in on this information, but the presentation will be presented in a way to where we get back what's owed to us, not for no damn views on YouTube. Here he is. Here's the picture that you'll find online. You'll find that picture online too. Warren C. Coleman. And here goes another online picture of the structure. So now you get a full view of the structure. Again, I presented this information in 2013. Nobody has showed anybody our greatness of what we had going on between 1870 and 1900 like this. I have not seen anyone do it at all. And by the way, Dane Calloway, his information that he presented about what was going on in the 1960s, called The Harvest of Shame, he got that information from me. And on Chief's channel, we talked about the harvest of shame. When Dane Calloway published his video on YouTube, instead of giving me credit for the person who gave him the information, he mentioned the online site and the CBS or NBC or whatever it was, news channel it was on. He mentioned all that. He mentioned everything from the Rudy to the Tootie Toot Toot, but my name. Why? Because the people who are usurping me, they're not your friend. They're not here for the people. They're here for themselves. When you go to the source, you can see what's really going on. You can find out what's it all about and what direction I am trying to go. This is a presentation by me, Matthew Douglas Craig, channel of Matthew Douglas Craig Discovery, presenting to the Aboriginal community the greatness that we had before it was destroyed, corrupted, became prisoners of war, leading up to the time today. Again, this is for our brothers and sisters of the feather who are from America, who want to restore our greatness, who want to show how great we were, and get what is owed to us. Now, there's far more pages and information on this book. When it comes to this Coleman Manufacturing Company, you can go to the location and touch the bricks. You can go see what was going on inside if they haven't destroyed it. So before I close out, I want to recap with some images. I don't have to say nothing. I like putting out videos without me talking and just showing the information for people to figure it out for themselves. I don't really care about being heard. I've been doing this for the people, but I do not and will not accept being usurped. You're not gonna come in my face and tell me, "Oh God, you need to sit back, man." You know what I mean? We need guys like you, man. We need guys like you, man. And then go and say meta netta is Yiddish. Nah, man. Cut that shit out. SETI. Don't start talking about David Ockerblad, but not mention David Ockerblad and say only 28 of the symbols been deciphered. Young Pharaoh, be respectful. People were still calling him Du Bois. They didn't start calling him Du Bois until I started saying it. And other people mentioned that the name was Du Bois before, but until I said, no, OIS in French is Wa. People are still calling it Illinois. It's not Illinois. It's Illinois. Illinois. Not Illinois. Hey, Dan Calloway, I gave you some information with your last name in it. And people talk about their genealogists. They put a lot of false information in these books, y'all. Planning for the Negro expedition proceed apace. Calloway's talents as lobbyist and organizer were immediately complemented by the bibliographic resources of Daniel Alexander Murray, Assistant Librarian of Congress since 1881, the networking of Andrew E. Hillier of the National Negro Business League. Has anybody ever heard of the National Negro Business League? Well, guess what? Thanks to I, with two I's, and they dotted, and the T's are crossed, you now know that. You now know there's a such thing as the National Negro Business League. And then the imaginative scholarship of Du Bois at Atlanta University. If you didn't know that, guess what? You know it now. You want to see the nonsense that he put after that? Hey, it's right there. Now, to be honest, it's kind of like when old girl on the last Doctor Strange movie, where she tells Doctor Strange, me sending the demons to go get America, or whatever they called her in the movie, that was me being nice. If you don't hand her over, you're not gonna get a visit from whatever the fuck, I don't remember what the pale faced girl called her name. You'll get a visit from the Scarlet Witch. Okay, so I'm letting people know now. If you think you're gonna continue to just usurp the content providers, take their information, act like it's yours, get paid from YouTube on AdSense, and act as if this is your information, oh, I'm on your head. I'm on your head. It's scalping season. I coined that phrase. That's me. It's scalping season. And anybody can get it. Look at that. High tone colored American. W.B. Du Bois was pushing pro-mestizo nonsense. Look at this. Phyllis Wheatley, y'all. Look up Phyllis Wheatley. Look up Paul Laurence Dunbar. Look up Frederick Douglass. Look up Elizabeth Kickley. Look up Daniel A. Payne. Look up William Wells Brown. Look up George Washington Williams. Don't waste your time looking up Dubois, because he loved him some German. Monument, the suppression of the Atlantic slave trade of the United States. Are you saying that at that time, the slave trade story was suppressed? They made it up. And they would not accept it. Okay, y'all. All right. I don't know what else to say. I will say this. Ain't no pale face on this record. But what did Cube say? Ain't no singing on this record. Ain't no singing on this album. Ain't no pale face. There's no pale face to say this. Okay, it's just me. It's just me. So I wonder if Dan Calloway is related to this. And when I really go in on this information, well, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna really show y'all something. Really show y'all some information. But okay. All right. We'll make sure everybody get time to read this. Okay. Now I've actually been reading these things and showing these images on these channels for, I don't know, was that last year when I showed some of these images? But okay, on this page right here, you're seeing a lot of information here. Very, very interesting information. And there we have it. Again, the opinions and views that you have seen are not exactly shared with other members of this channel. I just want everyone to know this. Don't start crying, Chief or Cut. Man, he's making it hard for us to talk about his information and not say his name. Nah, no. Don't go cry to nobody. Don't cry. Don't cry. Just talk to me. Man, Lotus, you not gonna let us take your information and not give you credit no more? Nope. Nope. Fuck out of here. And I land my rocket ship.